Episode 8 has just released. I need to do a first impressions video. It's been an hour or so, about an hour and a half, maybe. I needed to process it. And I can say with confidence, it is peak. Not the best episode, but probably my second favorite. And I'm going to go over why that is. Just completely unscripted. This is my genuine thoughts, no writing stuff down. Just yes. And of course, major episode 8 spoilers. Yeah. So the first thing I want to talk about is the story, or the lack thereof. It was very fast-paced. That's something I'll say. Fast-paced, very. Murder Jones is a fast-paced show, but this was on another level. It was basically action. No explanation, just fight. Absolutely insane. But I feel like that's what they could have done. That's the best thing they could have done. Because they made this a 20-minute episode, right? And what we needed was a fight. And basically the whole episode was a fight until the end, where we got some really wholesome stuff. And V got exactly what she needed. Say what you want, this episode did not fumble V. V is back and better than ever. She's just, I love her. I don't even know what to say. She came back, I popped off. She came back riding a sentinel, the red sentinel. Oh man. Her apology to N, her whole sting, her genuine panic, just her whole apology to N was actually it was what she needed. And her little rivalry with Uzi, her softening up, I love it. I love it so much. And I guess it's time to talk about the shipping. N x Uzi. It's confirmed. It's real. Uzi. It's canon. They had a hug, no kiss. It's official and it's very cute. I like it. Okay, because characters is my thing, right? Let me just go over get over all the characters before I get into this other stuff. I talked about V and how she was perfect in this episode. Literally no complaints. I've heard people say, oh, they didn't explain how she came back. And yes, they did, bro. Did you not? She was the secret friend, by the way. Told you. Texted Lizzie and we saw she completely whooped the Sentinels. She did. She had one in a headlock. And yeah, that's how she won. I don't know. We were like, oh, it didn't explain in detail how she came back, and it's like, bro, do you not see her? She clearly beat up the Sentinels. Very clearly won. And yeah, let's talk about Khan. He's funny as always, just peak. He didn't do much, but what he did do, I loved him. He was so funny. Just the door. I love Khan so much. A genuine complaint that there was no super Khan Nori reunion thing. They did talk, but Nori was just freaking out. Holy, she was freaking out. She was running away. Khan was very confused. I would have liked to see a sort of what is going on here kind of thing, where Khan's Nori, and then they makeup. Explain it, it's all nice. I don't know. Something like that. Speaking of Nori, let's talk about her next. Also, not really many complaints. Her thing with Uzi was very, very wholesome. I liked it. It's a good way to describe this episode. Very wholesome. And Murder Drone is not known for its wholesomeness because this episode still was very dark in a lot of ways. It had a lot of the dark, twisted kind of character that's messed up and is not okay is saved for very much one character who is, because that's the thing, right? No one's okay. V was not okay, but in episode 6 she overcame that and became better. N was not okay until he met Uzi, and then he became better. Same thing with Uzi and N. They play off each other. V, with her sacrifice and her making up with N and Uzi, she became better. Doll was not okay, but she died. And of course, you know where I'm going with this. Jay was very much not okay this episode. She was working with Sin. She very annoyed most of the time, but oh boy, she was not happy about it. She looked so sad for quite a few times. She actually showed empathy to someone besides Tessa. She tried to convert V to the other side because she didn't want to have to do anything to her. She told V the sulfur tricked her into belief, and she looked so sad. But she knew, like, if I switch sides, I'm screwed, and there was no going back for her. She was forced into that situation. She can't back out. And she ended up losing. And now she's just outside the colony repairing the ship while everyone else is inside having a good old time. She's outside repairing the ship. Just by herself. No one. She had Tessa. Tessa died to Sin. And then she kind of, I feel like she was using Sin as sort of like a replacement Tessa, so she had someone there. And then Sin was gone. Sin was sort of in Uzi now, but we'll get to Uzi later. Now she has no one. She tried converting V so she could have someone, and then once she rejected it, she was like, oh, I never needed any of you. And she very much did not mean that. You could tell she didn't mean it when she said it. But Jay flew up my rankings. Jay was so tragic in this episode, and I love it. Now, I love it. It's so sad for her, but I love it. I guess we'll talk about Thad and Lizzie. They were there. Thad was just being his cool self, you know, her skateboard, just being the nicest and most caring character in the episode, saving Lizzie when she was falling, just trying to help her out from the Sentinel. He's such a great guy. Lizzie was hilarious, as always. Just not caring about anything and getting absolutely thrown around. And the Sentinel, oh my goodness, the Sentinel, I loved the Sentinel. It was so funny. It felt like it was a comedic relief character, but I loved it. The Sentinel was so peak. V riding on the Sentinel, coming back. And the Sentinel had this thing against Lizzie for some reason. I don't know why. It specifically went after Lizzie. It started begging her around. It popped a propane tank and started trying to go toward her to kamikaze, but that didn't work with Lizzie. And in the end credits, he's beating. He drove a bus. Actually, that's not even in the end credits, but he drove the bus. In the end credits, he's beating V in chess. I don't get it. Why is he so funny? I love that guy. I do. I talked about Nori and how I thought it was very cute. I think let me just continue on Nori. I think it was also very cute, her thing with Calm, where she was like, "Oh, I don't know you, I hate you, but go away, blah blah blah." She's nervous, it's fine. But I would have liked to see an actual, like, genuine reunion thing where Khan past that, or or at least like a confirmation they got back together, even though it's pretty obvious they did. Another character. So far, I think I've only got Uzi N, Sin, and yeah, okay. I guess I'll talk about the teacher. The teacher was there. He didn't speak a line. He was just being funny. Good old teacher. Yep. Alright, I guess I have to talk about them now. Alright, Sin. Master manipulator. And very silly. I love her. Sin was just being silly the whole time, you know. Let me in, let me in. She was like digging into N's chest. But holy crap, she is master manipulator. Very clearly manipulated Jay into that decision. Almost wiped V and Uzi. Almost killed V. If it wasn't for N yelling out V stop, she would have killed V. But she didn't, because N saved her. And almost killed N and Uzi with multiple times. She is just whoa. That's all I gotta say, just whoa. But I guess let's talk about Uzi and N now. N, wholesome guy, but actually came out of his shell finally. His arc has been completed. He is doing stuff for himself now. He's being a wholesome boy, but he is actually doing stuff for himself, and I'm proud of him. He was so scared of Sin, and he had a mini panic attack actually. But and his heart is still there. He's not like, you know, he's not doing. He didn't kill forget Tessa, but yeah, he came up to Sin after failing to shoot her, and he realized that, oh man, this is serious. I gotta lock in this, and then he did, and he saved Uzi. No more tricks. Boom. Yeah, and good job, N. And Uzi, the final character I need to talk about. I'm already at 15 minutes. I've just been rambling. Uzi was perfectly angsty, perfectly emo, perfect fighter. I don't even know. I don't even know what to think, bro. Uzi, good. Uzi was great. She didn't really change much, other than like. And actually, no, yeah, she was the same as she was in episode 7. Because she completed her arc in episode 7, I think. And yeah, that's what she did. And, that is what I gotta say. About Uzi, not really much changed on her. I still like her. She's still my second favorite behind V. And alright, that's every character. Now I gotta get onto the other stuff. The action, fighting. Big W. It was amazing. The fight scene was so sick. Just so good. Absolutely amazing. I really don't know what to say. Like, genuinely, it was so good. And the ending, I loved the ending. It wasn't sad. It was very happy, very wholesome, but I loved it. It gave every character a satisfying conclusion. Or almost every character. There are a few that were left out. Khan has a satisfying conclusion. He's sort of just like, he's a good dad. And of course, except Jay. Jay was not, she got her screen time, and I'm glad for it. Jay was tragic. Yeah. I'm still stuck up on Jay because, damn. Poor Jay. Justice for Jay, not because she needs more screen time, but because, man, Jay really got the short end of the stick in terms of everything. She got her screen time and she got her character, but what cost for her? The music obviously was great. The animation obviously was phenomenal. Great job to Glitch. Great job to Liam. Just great episode. I think that's everything I gotta say because I've just been rambling and I ran out of stuff to say. Look forward to a review, episode ranking, character tier list, whatever wacky stuff I have planned. Look forward to that. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. Thank you for watching if you for some reason watched through this crazed rambling of mine. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.